What's up, brother? What's up, man? What's up, Alphas? I'm here with my boy, Dan in the Den, CryptoVic here.
What's going on?
What's going on, guys? It's been a long time coming, bro. It's been far too long.
Yeah, it's been a long journey here, but we're finally here.
We thank you for joining us today on our first episode. And today we simply want to touch base a little bit on who we are, what we stand for, and I think the name says it all, right? Alpha Club.
Yep.
But want to say a little bit about that, brother?
Yeah, man. So Iron Sharpens Iron is our motto, and we wholeheartedly believe that here at Alpha Club. And that's coming right out of the good book, Proverbs 27:17. As iron sharpens iron, so a friend sharpens a friend. And that's what this whole community is about, just coming together and making each other better. And yeah,
definitely making each other better, and you hit it right on the money, bro. It's about building a community of like-minded individuals, self-driven individuals, and alphas, like we said, both not just men and women, right?
Men and women alphas, yeah, absolutely.
And at the end of the day, it's so we can all become better, right? We're here because we enjoy doing this, right? And it brings joy out of us. But more than anything, we want to be able to help other people as well. Right?
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, like you said, it's definitely a co-ed thing, and it's kind of like a play on words. Like alpha, being like top dog,
right.
And then also just providing you alpha like knowledge as well. So it's building that team with from people in every kind of different field, and just bringing that all together, and then building that community that you can kind of lean on.
Yeah, and I think for the longest time we were caught up on the fact that we were not ready, or we didn't think it was the perfect time or the perfect moment, or we didn't have the camera work or the studio, right? And the fact is we have to understand and remind ourselves that things are never going to be perfect in the exact moment how we want it to. And sometimes we got to just jump. We got to just take the leap of faith, right? And
Yep. Those taking that step, and and then especially like the small steps, they add up, right? So like every day doing something that's going to move that needle forward and make you better. And did you want to talk about a couple things that you do on the daily to move that needle?
So I think first and foremost, before we get started, I think I want to help people understand that when we speak about us, in my personal opinion, I don't like speaking about myself, but I know that I used to not always be like this, right? It's taking me so much to become the person that I can be proud of and look at in the mirror, right? And I believe that everybody should be proud of themselves. So some of the references that we make are just because we've actually lived these experiences. I believe that I speak for both of us.
No, definitely.
I believe that we have a life that we've been blessed with a lot of ups and downs, right? And I think at the end of the day, that's what life's about, is you got to have balance.
Yeah.
Right. So I know you said on the what we do on a daily basis, and I think it's one word can just describe me, and it's just hustle or grind, right? And from the moment I wake up, it's like, how can I become better, like you said?
Yeah.
So do you want to get started with your schedule, or you want me to get, what do I do?
I can go, man. So I like to start my mornings pretty early, anywhere from like 3 to 4 a.m., just kind of depending on the day.
Okay.
Right away, I got in the habit of just thanking God for waking me up, because not everybody is promised the day. So just opening your eyes is a blessing. And then I say my prayers. Get some fluids in, some coffee. I love my coffee. I'll read my Bible, and then kind of just journal what I need to do today. Journal some thoughts down, and kind of get everything going. Kind of like my coffee and contemplation. Just kind of get things going, and then just kind of get what I need to get done. We own a healthy food truck, so we'll get that ready to go and see where we need to go with that. But what about you?
Yeah, I think it's pretty much same thing consists. I wake up, pray right away, the Bible, get some coffee, and right after that get some emails done. You know, anything that we need for Healthy Shack, I know we get in touch with each other. Hey, what do we got to get for the day? What do we got to get lined up? You know, going to the spots. And I think we have a very similar schedule because we're pretty much brothers from another mother. You know, so we do a lot of things together, and it's awesome. And it goes back to the iron sharpens iron, right? A lot of times you can get caught up in groups of people, or surround yourself with people that maybe just they're not on the same path as you. They're not on the same frequency, right?
Yeah.
I think you can agree with that.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, you know, like they say, birds of a feather flock together. So you end up finding your tribe, and everybody kind of just can help each other out. And you know, like you know, it's funny how we ended up meeting, and you know, we think a lot alike, and our hustle and grind is the same way, and you know, we're faith driven, and it kind of just it worked out great. Well, God blessed us with our brotherhood,
of course.
And yeah, so like we're excited to bring this Alpha Club to you guys and girls, so we can kind of just you know, share some knowledge that we have, and so we can learn as well. It goes both ways. But
we're still getting cut every day. You know, God's shaping us into what He wants us to be each and every day. And there's things that you're way better at me at that you teach me, and vice versa. You know, and that's. I mean, it says it, and that's why this is what we decided on. And it's like once we came up with it, we're like, bro, this is it. Like, definitely. Because it's everything you need to know in 3 words. You know, it's like you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with.
Yeah, exactly. Right? So we live it. I mean, we take it to heart, and you know, we're just really excited to share this journey with you. And see where it goes.
And I think more than anything today, this first episode was pretty much like a get to know us a little bit. What direction we kind of want to go, right? And at the end of the day, you're gonna get all sorts of things on here, like you say, you know, Alpha. I mean, touch base on some of the things that we might be doing on here.
I mean, we're gonna be talking about a faith, you know, the Bible, obviously. We're talking about investing, crypto, health, you know, mental health, physical health, spiritual health, emotional health, all that good stuff.
Viral stories, people.
Viral stories. We want to bring some awesome people on our show to interview them, and kind of pick their brains as well,
and actually tell them what the second episode is going to be about.
So definitely we'll show like a little clip of Ryan Garcia. You know, everything that kind of he's going through right now, and then just kind of you know our thoughts on it. And you know, a lot of people are making him seem crazy and whatnot, but we'll leave that to the second episode.
Right.
But yeah, you know, it's gonna be very well-rounded.
Correct. And I think I like that you touched on that too, because he's surrounded with the fame and the elite people, you say, right? And all the smoke and mirrors that you can actually be seen. It's not what you actually see on social media. So we have to remind ourselves sometimes that you gotta. Like they say in the crypto world, you have to do your own research on life. You can't believe everything they put in front of you. A lot of the times, they're lies what they're throwing to us in our face, right? It's all in hopes of keeping us. It's like they say. I think I saw something like you will own nothing and be happy.
Yeah, they're definitely pushing a certain narrative.
And I think those are
so it's crazy.
And those are sensitive topics. But you know what? We're here. We're open to talk about it. That's who we are.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about that, you know, in our food truck every day, basically, anyways. So, not to say like we're conspiracy theorists and all that, but I mean, truth is truth, and you know, when you start, you know, doing some research and whatnot, things become pretty obvious.
Yeah. I think we're truth seekers. That's what you would call us, right?
Yeah. And then you know, another big thing, you know, this is CryptoVic. So obviously, we're going to be talking about crypto
and investing.
You know, dropping alpha with that, and you know.
Not only
investing is biblical.
Really. I mean, the things we're gonna get in here. I mean, that's one. The shirts. You know. Look at this.
Not of the world.
This is his personal brand, my boy's personal brand, but he's gonna also be delivering some fire products for us for Alpha Club as well. And that's another avenue. I mean, these are gonna be different avenues. You know, from crypto to making designs to fulfilling orders. Right,
all that
your own
stuff.
e-com store, real estate. I mean, you name it. And if we haven't done it, we're gonna make sure we bring somebody on here that's qualified enough to teach the people across, right? And
absolutely, it's about like making money online. You know, what is this? Warren Buffett says, if you're not making money when you're sleeping, you're gonna be broke for the rest of your life.
Exactly, that's beautiful, bro. And you have to, and in order to achieve that, sometimes you need to surround yourself with the right mentor as well, because you don't want to go through the obstacles and hurdles that somebody's already gone through.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the story when they say, it's like when you're a little kid, it's like they tell you the stove's hot and you still go and touch it, and once you touch it, you're like, you know, and
Yep.
it's the same thing. So it's
Yeah.
better to just learn from people that have already made those mistakes, so that
Exactly.
your path is a lot easier, right? And
Well, yeah, you can shape years off of your journey by just
Definitely.
listening and learning from people's mistakes or you know victories or whatnot.
Definitely. I think another subject I quickly wanted to touch on was the importance of also having great physical health, but also mental health as well.
Yeah.
And always making sure that those are in par, and taking care of yourself, right? And making sure that you're doing things that are making you happy, and not just you happy, but your loved ones as well, right?
Yeah.
The people that are surrounding you. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, you can't pour from an empty cup, right? So, you know, like we
Definitely.
talk about that a lot, you know, so it's filling your cup up first, and that's not being selfish. I mean, if anything, that's giving love to everybody else, because like it says, like, how can you give out of some, you know, with an empty tank, you know? So that's
Definitely.
you know, there's like 5 pillars of health, you know, so you know, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, and I think if you can try to build yourself on all those levels, I think that's the most successful you can become.
Yeah, and understanding that you have your own purpose. You were designed
Yeah.
to do what you were meant to do here on this earth, and I think that
Yeah.
if you really strive to find that purpose, you will find happiness. Because
Absolutely.
it's whether it be a job, whether it be whatever it is that your purpose is, I
Yeah.
feel like you'll find fulfillment in that.
Definitely, 100%. Couldn't agree more. I think it's Tony Robbins that says, um, "You find happiness in one word, and that's purpose."
And it's
You said it,
purpose,
yeah.
yeah.
So it is. If you can wake up every day knowing that you were created for a reason, and then you're going out and you're seeking that and finding that, then that's what I feel like truly makes you happy.
That and the thing that she told me the other day about the definition of sin, how it just basically
Yeah.
means not to miss the mark,
It's
right?
missing the mark. Yeah,
So-
sin is missing the mark.
So that goes back to being purposeful and
Yeah.
not missing the mark, doing what you were brought here on this earth to do,
Exactly.
right?
I mean, the creator created us to create, basically.
Of
You know,
course.
so everybody has a different version of that, but you know, yeah, like 100%. I couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah,
Everybody
man.
has a purpose, man.
Yeah. So I think so that's I mean that's Alpha Club in a nutshell, right? A community of individuals who want to be better
Yeah.
each and every day, and I think success is not a monetary value. I think
No, yeah.
success is the obstacles and hurdles you've been able to get through, and how far you've gotten, and do you continue to strive to become better
Yes.
each and every day,
And
right?
and you said it. It's that striving towards the progression of a a worthwhile goal.
Yeah,
So you know, as
definitely.
long as you're striving and continuing to move forward, whether you walk, run, or even crawl, like as long as you're going towards that goal, then that's the definition of success.
Yes, and I think we said it the other day, sometimes when we become frustrated is when you almost become stagnant or comfortable. That's
Yeah.
when you become to not feel as happy, or you feel like
Yeah.
you're missing out on something, because
Yeah.
you're not living out your true purpose, right? And I think that life can get hard and it tests people, and different people get dealt different cards.
Oh yeah,
Right,
for
and you
sure.
just have to make the best of what you have,
Yeah.
but you have to understand that it's also within you to change that paradigm.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. And just being grateful at the end of the day for what you
Of
have.
course.
I mean, even being thankful for the things that you don't have, you know,
Yeah.
because you know some of those things can ruin you. And I feel like once you're grateful for what you have, you know, that's when God will bless you with more.
Yes.
And yeah, definitely.
I forgot his name, but I want to find him and I'll link him down below. But he was saying the other day with the video that we saw, how he said you got to learn to take care of what you have right now,
Yeah.
and like he was in reference of his house, how
Yeah.
right, what was he
Like,
saying?
so he was explaining like you know, he has kids, so
Right.
he was explaining like if your kid went up to you and was like, "Daddy, I really want this toy," and then just kind of like left it at that, and then took care of his toys and all that good stuff, and then the dad would most likely probably get
Right.
the kid that toy. You know, he'd
Right.
think about it and probably get it for him or her. And then he gave the other example as like a kid, like, you know, stomping up and like, you know,
Yeah.
making a tantrum, like, I want the toy, why don't I have this toy? Then like the father's like, I don't want to give you anything.
Yeah.
You know?
No.
So God kind of works the same way. He's our father, right? So, you know, if you're grateful for what you have and take care of the things you have, like he wants to, he loves us. He wants to bless you with more.
I'll give you more, yeah. And he had said he mentioned the whole part how he wasn't being grateful for the things he currently had. He started even working on his house, making sure his house was really beautiful, and being grateful for the current situation. It's like, how can he, our creator, give us more when, like you said, we're not thankful for the current situation we have? I mean, there's people who don't have a meal to eat. And that's crucial. I mean, the basic necessities of life.
I mean, it's I watched a video the other day and it got to me. It was like kids that were being interviewed and they said they haven't eaten meat in like 2 years. Like they got their first meal with like chicken in like 2 years. They just eat rice and beans, and like if they even get that. And it just makes you think, like, you know, like we are blessed, especially, you know, a lot of people talk bad about the United States, and, you know, that's a whole nother subject.
That's a whole nother
but like we have so much food out here, and like, you know, and resources that I feel like people take for granted.
That, and then they throw so much food away sometimes too, man. These restaurants and stuff, just for certain. We need to do a change about that too, man. We need to figure out how we can take it to Congress or something and be like, look, man, all these restaurants at the end of the day are tossing all this food. Like,
we know. I mean, we used to work in restaurants, so if they had a program to, like, you know, just save that food for homeless or whatnot, I mean, that would be crucial.
So I think that's another good thing that we touched on, is like Alpha Club is also to sharpen each other, but to also understand that when you have a full cup, it is your duty as God's child to pour into other people.
100%.
That don't have the opportunities or the blessings that you've been blessed with. I mean, you might be their blessing.
Exactly.
Right? You might be the person God sent to bless them. And if you're being, like you told me the other day, if you're being uptight, whether it be with money, whatever it is your abundance is, it's like you're not going to get more of it.
If your hands are closed, you know, like nothing comes in, nothing goes out. But if you have both of your hands open, then, you know, you can receive money and give money, and, you know, be a blessing. Like, God can use your pockets to bless other people.
Exactly.
And that's what we want to do here, you know. So that's what we're all about. You're building a community, giving back, and just getting better each and every day.
And you know what would be so cool is for eventually, once we rally up our followers and fans and not fans, I don't like to call fans because I don't want to, we're not doing this to be popular. Once we have a community of people just like ourselves, we should go back and give and do some type of donations and, you know,
absolutely,
little by little. And I think the bigger the movement gets, the more people will rally. And I think I heard it on some guy who was in a band the other day. And just like they said, there's a lot of bad people out there, but there's a lot more of us than there is of them. So
absolutely, and it might not seem like that because the news wants to give you the bad, right? And a lot of people like to watch news. I personally don't really watch news, and, you know, just because it's so negative, and I don't want that getting into my subconscious and whatnot. But yeah, so like I feel like now more than ever the world needs what we're trying to provide, and, you know, that's positivity, growth, God, obviously, and getting him back in schools, you know, and all that good stuff. And, you know, because the world is getting crazy, it's getting dark, but we could definitely, you know, this community could be a light for a lot of people.
Of course, I agree with you too. And but in order for us to do that, we also do have to have finances. And talking about finances, we wanted to talk a little bit about investing as well.
Yeah, right? Definitely. Yeah. What do you do as far as investing?
So I know we're both right now, we're in crypto. That's our vehicle of choice. And the reason we are using that tool, and remember, investing is simply just a tool for you to escape, have financial freedom. By financial freedom, to basically buying your time back in order to be able to do what you want to do with who you want to do it, whenever you want to do it, wherever you want to do it.
Just that true freedom, right? That's
exactly.
Financial sovereignty, having control over your own money.
Definitely. And I think the reason why we chose that vehicle is just because it's what's hot right now, and it's what we've been in for the last 4 years. So we've been reaping and sowing, right? So that's what we know.
It's basically the future of finance. I mean, like
it's digital money.
It's digital money. The world's going digital. Like I was telling you one day, it's basically like getting in pre-internet boom. Getting in on Google and all that good stuff before, like in the late 1990s.
Right.
You know, everybody was thinking that they were crazy talking about internet, email, all this crazy stuff, right? But then look at them now. All the people who were in that pre-internet boom, they're billionaires. And I'm not saying we're gonna be billionaires, but you know, you never know.
We might.
There's a good chance.
We're headed that way.
You know, but yeah, like so, a lot of people think people who invest into crypto are crazy, but it's the same thing. You know, history repeats itself. Definitely. It's like in 10 years, you know, we'll see who's really crazy or not, right?
Yeah, so, and I think that, like you said, where we're headed is into those times. So whether we like it or not, we have to adjust to how
Yeah.
things are going. We were also talking about the other day how
Yeah.
like back in the day, our parents the blueprint was get a degree,
Yep.
go to school, get a degree,
Yeah.
get a job, have a family, happy ending. According to
retire
them,
when you're
right?
65
Yeah.
if you make it there.
Exactly,
You know?
with a little bit of retirement.
Yeah, enjoy your 10, 15, 20 years
When everything's hurting
and
already.
and try to enjoy it, and then that's the and then that's the mold. That was the mold,
Yeah.
But people are starting to wake up, I feel like.
And like we say it every day too. It's like the times that we're in now. You can make money online so easily, and it's just about having. I think right now we also say how like right now we're in the hustle and bustle of building our food business because we love what we do too, right? But we understand that there's easier routes to make money sometimes too. So I think what we're doing is more for a legacy right now to leave something that we started as well because it works. And people love it, right? And we make people happy.
Yeah, we're gonna franchise, and our goal is to franchise it. Like we're gonna franchise it. It's gonna basically be like the next McDonald's, but healthy.
Exactly.
Healthy, nutritious, fast, like good home cooked meals.
Exactly.
And but yeah, like you said, like that's something that we can leave on to our kids and whatnot. That's the long play, and investing is the long play too, right?
Exactly.
But but this is just it's more exponential.
Yeah, and there's more emotional attachment, I guess, to it too, because it's like our first baby, like when you first get your first car, it's like, I'm gonna keep, you still have your car back that we gotta go get in Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
So it's the same thing, you hold it dear to your heart, and it's like, that was what got us started in entrepreneurship, right? And like we said, I speak for both of us, I believe, we're a project at work each and every day.
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
We learn a lot, and like we said, there's going to be a lot of people, and we're doing this so we learn from people on the other side as well, right? With the comments, the gatherings, the get-togethers.
Because we need mentors too,
Exactly.
So like everybody needs a mentor and a mentee, like
exactly,
you're saying.
Mentee, mentor, and then your wolf pack.
Yeah.
And that's what we're creating here at Alpha Club is the wolf pack of alphas.
Yep.
Right? And like we said, talking about crypto, it's like right now is the time to get in. I know that the bull run is more on this side than on that side, on the profitable, on the peak type of side, right?
Yeah.
But it's still a time because it does come in cycles. So people will get involved and should start studying, I believe, right?
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Like, so what are we, like 2 weeks from the halving?
Yeah,
and,
just about.
And yeah, so we're pretty much at all-time highs. We're looking the halving after the halving. Most likely it'll hit 100K.
Yeah.
This isn't financial advice, but that most likely it will.
Yeah, of course, I agree.
And then we'll see. Eventually, obviously, after that, the bull or the bear run, is gonna end up happening. And I feel like if you're new to crypto, just start learning now.
Yeah.
And because there is a lot of money to be made in that bear run. I mean, when things go down, you can start consolidating and start DCAing. And it's really the bear run that makes
you the money.
You're
set it on the money. Yeah, definitely. And I think once we're using this, like we said, a vehicle and a tool so that we can then, because as a entrepreneur, you want to have multiple streams of income. In general, even if you're just working a regular, you should always have some other type of income coming in because that's what ties you up is when you only depend on one income.
100%, yeah. So, and if you're not an entrepreneur, that's okay. That like not everybody is an entrepreneur. There's gonna be people out there watching our channel that maybe you work a 9 to 5 or you have a career, you're a cop or a firefighter, whatever it may be. But even so, definitely get at least a second stream of income.
Of course,
even if it's just one more stream of income.
Yes,
and that could be anything really. But online, obviously, nowadays is probably the easiest thing to do.
And there's so many mentors and people that are teaching stuff now. You gotta cipher out the good ones from the bad ones too. Because there's people that'll just take your money and run with it, right? That's why a lot of things that we're gonna try to do here are gonna be just out of the kindness of our heart, right? Because we have our other ways to make some money too.
Exactly.
Now to make the show go on, obviously there's certain things we gotta do, right? But for the most part, I think I speak for both of us. We want to give back to the community,
and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, exactly. So I think for today, like I said, we wanted to touch a little bit on our slogan, on who we are, what we stand for, a little bit of us, right? I know we were talking about our schedules earlier. We kind of just flew past it, but I think that can also be for a whole nother episode so we can kind of compare and just see on a full length, okay, what do you really do from the moment you wake up to when you go to sleep? And just compare, to make people understand that it's not so much about the routine, it's about what makes you happy doing that routine, right?
Yeah. And so, like you said, yeah, it's that routine, but it's really like finding joy in the process.
Yeah.
And that's when you really you're in like a sweet spot right there.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people will do what they need to do, and they'll be maybe like, you know, grudgingly like kind of about
Yeah,
it, like,
of
oh,
course.
I gotta do this, but when you kind of can switch your mind to like, I get to do this, or like at the end of the day, like for example, I have a checklist. Like when I'm literally checking those boxes, it brings joy because I know like, okay, I got better today.
Yes.
And then, you know, that makes, you know, I can sleep well
at
that night.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like I got better. It wasn't a wasteful day, and I know tomorrow I'm gonna get better as well.
Get better.
So,
yeah, that's awesome.
And you know, I know you have like kind of the same thing.
Yeah,
So,
definitely. And that's why I said I want to leave that for another episode too, because
Yeah.
it's lengthy and we can really go into depth and talk about what are maybe some different type of schedules that people
Yeah.
can have that
Yeah.
can help them out, you know,
because
I-
everybody's different.
Of
so,
course, yeah. And I feel like some people sometimes could also be like, well, where do I get started? But
Yeah.
and it could be as simple as just waking up earlier a
Yep.
little bit, right?
Yeah.
Doing a to-do list, like you said,
Exactly.
a checklist of simple things like, did I get up? Did I drink some water?
Yep.
Did I take my vitamins?
Yep.
You know, simple little, did I do the most important thing, pray to
Yeah.
whoever you believe in,
Yeah.
to whoever you hold dear to your heart, you know? And yeah, man, I think today we touched on some cool things.
Yeah.
Did you want to touch on any conclusion or anything like that?
Yeah, no, I mean, just wanted to kind of introduce our channel, and we're really excited to be here, and we're excited to grow as well with you. So, if you have any, you know, feedback or suggestions, we're always open to that as well.
Yeah, in the comments,
Yeah,
you know,
comment, you know, follow us, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Yeah,
We're new, so
Yeah.
I think it's also fair to say that we're getting comfortable with this whole situation,
Yeah.
right? And at the end of the day, like we said, we're doing this because we enjoy it, we
Mhm.
have fun, but we also have gone through so much in life and are going through life as well,
Yeah.
in good ways at times, in not bad ways, but in obstacles. Because I think we always see, like, we've had that paradigm shift where it's like, okay, not like this happened to me, like, no, okay, let me see, what do I learn from the situation more so, right?
yeah, take the lesson out of it.
So, and I think that's where we grow and
Yeah.
and where we can share that, because a lot of times people on the other side, they share their highlight reels of their life, right? That's
Yeah.
what the smoke and mirrors. So
Exactly.
it's I think Alpha Club, that's what it stands for, man. Just alpha,
Yeah.
alpha being delivering what we say we're gonna deliver, and standing to who we truly are.
Yeah.
You're gonna see the rawest form of us, you know, this is who we really are. You know, this is we're not faking anything. This is us, and it's taken us a while to be who we are. I think I speak for both of us that we're in a good place in our lives to be able to share our journey.
Yeah.
And also to record how we first started on YouTube, right? Because this is a whole nother ballgame that now we're getting into.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
touching
we're learning this, you know, as we go.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that for today, I think we're gonna wrap it up. I think that we touched base on everything that we wanted to, and we just always wanna remember that we always end on one note, and that's
Iron sharpens iron.
All right, guys, thank you for tuning
Later.
in, CryptoVic, and Dan in the den.
Peace.